What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't posted any videos in a huge time, and that's just mainly because I haven't really had time to do that. But today I'm gonna go over and show you guys my mini BR map. Now this mini BR map is not mini, it's a huge map, but today I'll be showing you guys just everything. So this is the spawn island, and it is pretty good. It will change over time, but as you can see, it's pretty good. I know this looks a little bit off, but this is because it's the latest thing I added. Now, I'll explain what this is right now. This is the main spawn area. This is where everybody should spawn. And basically, whenever you spawn into here, you go over and you can pick your perks. Now, I know people are going to not know that perks are over here, so I will add a big sign that says perks. And you're probably wondering why I have a bunch of lights. Or the light device. It's because I have the high graphics on to this map, so yeah, I'll talk about that later. But here's the perks. Instead of just there being 4 or 5 in my last map, there is now 9, and I may even add 10 perks onto this map. And that sounds crazy, and I know it is, because it is crazy to think about that. I could just add 10 perks into the game. I don't know if I could. Maybe if there's a downstairs area where there's perks right here, but I feel like these 9 perks can do. So I won't explain all of them, but I'll explain the highlights. This is a double jump or a boost perk that basically single time you jump, and every 8 seconds you go over and get a boost. This is the aquatic perk where basically you gain health and go faster in water. And this is the night perk where you gain more health and you go slower, but you do have a really overpowered sword. And then this is the high wings perk that goes over and gives you wings and makes you immune to fall damage. So that is the good part of the spawn island. There's also the rest of the spawn island that's actually, you don't really explore, but it's okay, it's not that bad. And this is where all the guns are. Now, instead of being all compiled into one list of weapons and not showing every single one, now it's actually just a good list of weapons. As you can see, all the bows that are in the game, you can see all the pistols, all the shotguns, and you can tell which ones are the ones that are the lower rarities, because this is the lower rarity and this is the higher rarity because of the way they look. As well as that, you can see all the consumables here. So yeah, I think I'm spending a lot of time on Spawn Island, but it's pretty obvious. There's an item shop system right here, and this is where you can pick which POI you go to. Not all the POIs are here, but let's just go over and go to the rest of the map. Here is Cozy Springs. So Cozy Springs is one of the first POIs I properly started working on, and it's okay. It's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely the most OG POI, and it looks really good with the graphics on, with the good graphics. It has 2 floors and is main cabin. This is the first island of the Cozy Springs POI. As you can see, it's actually in the dark forest biome, and there is actually 4 biomes on the map. So next we have is the other part of Cozy Springs. It has 3 cabins. It has a llama's cabin. It has a musical cabin, and then just a fisherman's cabin. So they have all different themes, and they actually look pretty cool. Also, we have this other bridge right here, and it's probably the thing that I built the most latest for these 2 POIs. It connects them both with this one bridge. So yeah. So now we have the nice place Colossal Fields, and I know this is probably a Fortnite POI's name, but it works so good with this POI. It's really good. So this POI is basically a medieval town, and this POI used to have a name that was very close to another name in Fortnite map, so I changed it, and I know it's probably another one, but yeah. As you can see, there is custom terrain everywhere, and that's one thing you will notice. The custom terrain on this map is really good. We have a church that's being built right now, or slash castle, and then we have a restaurant slash house, and the farm. So there are 3 buildings, and as well as that dock. I forgot about the dock. Yeah, I almost forgot about it. And yeah, that is the POI done. It is a pretty cool POI, and I'll get to the next POI. Now, I don't really want to talk about Frosty Kingdom. If you looked at my first ever trailer off this map, it looks a lot more different to what it looks like now. As you can see from the old trailer, that is how it used to look like. It doesn't look like that anymore, but it looks pretty cool. It's a rundown kingdom that basically has now collapsed, and now these people settle here. This is part of the season update for the 2 weeks. This will go. The bosses will go, but not this area. The vehicle will also go. So we have is probably one of my favorite POIs in the snow biome, even though there's only 2 POIs, and that is Misty Rivers. Now, for the past 2 maps, last map and this map, I have made a basically Misty Meadows type of POI, and this is exactly what it is. And it is a reference to Misty Meadows, and it's a really good POI. It's not finished, but it is getting close to being finished, and it's still one of my favorite POIs here in the map. It has that, you know, feel to Misty Meadows kind of, and it's a really good POI to land at once it has all of its loot. And the terrain around here is actually really good, I will say. It's probably my best work of terrain. That's probably the main highlight. Alright, so I haven't finished this POI, and yes, you will notice there is a lot of lag on this map, and I'm sorry about that. That is just because of my stuff that's on this map. So yeah, so this is the first ever building I built here, and it's actually pretty good. I don't know why I have 2 lights like that, but basically, as you can see, it is a really good house. I actually think this is probably one of my best houses I've made. It has that Fortnite feel to it, and it looks really good. I don't know why that's happening there, but yeah, and I like the downstairs area. It looks pretty nice. As well as that, we have this little alleyway that looks really good for what it is. It's pretty good. And this house isn't finished yet. It's supposed to be a apartment actually, not a house. Same with this. This is supposed to be a hotel, but it's getting not this. This is not the hotel. That is the hotel Now this isn't finished, obviously, as you can tell. It's definitely not finished, but it looks pretty good. And then we have a construction site, and it's a pretty cool POI. I like it. It's basically a POI that's getting built right now, and it's pretty nice. It looks pretty good. And then we have a concert area that basically is building up for a concert, not an actual concert. I'm not going to build that, but it's pretty cool. I like it. This part of the map is probably the cheapest part, but here we go with the laggy part of the map. Now this part of the map is actually pretty cool. This is Raceway tracks, and it has a bunch of vehicles you can get, whiplashes, and it is also a racing POI, as you can tell, and it's probably one of my best racing POIs, and I love this POI. It's probably the best one in the Savannah biome, even though there's 2 POIs, and it's really good. I like how it is, and it looks really nice. There's also a boss here with other stuff. There's the vehicle right here, and as well as that, there is there is a repair shop right here. Right here is Festive Reels, and basically Festive Reels is a POI. It's in the name. It's supposed to be a reference to festival, Fortnite Festival, and it looks pretty cool. I like how the POI looks. It's not that bad. It's probably my weakest POI, but you know what? I don't care. It's still a Risky Reels reference, and I think I've only built actually 2 Risky Reels before as references, but yeah, let's get to the next POI. So, the farm. This is probably one of my favorite farms I've ever built. Now, I think this farm's not that bad, and this compared to my last farm, this wins. It is such a good farm POI, and not just because of the buildings. The buildings by themselves are really good, but it's just the terrain. The terrain here is what wins this POI, and because of this river right here, oops, I didn't realize that was there. This river is probably my best work of terrain around here. It looks so goddamn cool. It reminds me of chapter 2. That's what this map is supposed to be a reference to. It's supposed to be a reference to chapter 2, and I love how the river ends right here. It looks really fucking cool for me. For me, it does. It may not appeal to you, but it looks really goddamn cool, and I really like the style of it. Alright, and the last POI in the map, that is Railway Ruins. This is probably one of my... it's a pretty good POI. I do land here a bit, and it has this horror feel, but it is an abandoned place with a abandoned train station, as well as that, a abandoned cave. So basically a train would go through here, as you can see, and it's a pretty cool POI. It's probably one of my easiest POIs to make. I have finished this POI fully. Now this part's fully finished, and it's good. So, how do I feel about this map? Well, compared to Fortnite, that was kind of a disappointing flop. I didn't like how I didn't do anything for months. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about this map, but I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best maps, and I hope you guys love this map. So, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.